News reporter Bo Zimmer is in Tallahassee. Bo, you've been there all throughout the morning. What's it like out there?
Well, it was boring for most of the morning. Now we are just starting to get some of that wind and some of that rain. We're going to have plenty of both, but the wind is going to be the big concern here in Tallahassee. Take a look behind me. These are 300-year oak trees and pine trees that we have all over this area, the Panhandle. And I talked with the Emergency Operations Center. They're expecting winds up around between 80 and 95 miles an hour. Tallahassee has not in recent history seen any situations up to that level of wind. And it's not just the trees. We are standing underneath a 20-story hotel right now. They are under construction on the top of this hotel. Take a look. That's a 360-foot high crane they've actually had to bring down and rest it across the street. They've had to shut down several streets just to keep that crane from toppling over in these high winds. That's the latest here in Tallahassee. We'll be bringing you up to date throughout the afternoon and evening. Reporting live from the state capitol, Bo Zimmer, 10 News.
Bo, stay safe. We'll see you at 5 o'clock.
And flooding is starting right now in the Panhandle. As the day goes on, we could see catastrophic damage.
WPTV News Channel 5's Amy Littman is in Tallahassee.
It has been pretty quiet here the last hour or so, but the outer bands are just starting to come through. The rain is starting to pick up. A little bit of wind that we're seeing. You might be able to see it blowing around some trees. Of course, right now is when the wind just died down a bit, but it has been blowing around that flag back there and the trees a bit. But oh, and here the rain comes. It's very, touch and go right now. It just kind of depends on the outer bands that are starting to come through this area. Of course, Tallahassee isn't at risk for storm surge like the area I was in this morning, St. Mark's. However, there is expected to be strong winds, heavy rainfall here in Tallahassee. This is a serious storm and people here are preparing. Our hotel is completely full. We're off Appalachia Parkway and the hotel is totally full. People are pretty much just trying to wait this out in safe locations. That's why we're up here instead of down at St. Mark's, because of the storm surge risk that was down there. That's about a half an hour south of Tallahassee here, where there is some major storm surge risk. We were there this morning, but we decided to come back here to the hotel so we can work out of here and show you the conditions out of Tallahassee while also keeping ourselves safe. So of course these conditions are expected to continue to deteriorate and we will keep everyone posted here on air. Reporting live in Tallahassee, Amy Littman, WPTV News Channel 5.
This is the DoubleTree Hotel right in downtown Tallahassee across from the Capitol building, and the roof up there is completely under construction. It looks like they're adding a few additional floors onto the top of the hotel. We're hearing the clanking of metal up there, and that's a real concern with things that may be unsecured. In fact, this is a massive crane that was set up working on the top of that hotel. They've had to close down a number of roads here in the downtown area because this crane is so big. Take a look. This goes down, across several blocks here. A massive crane, and of course you wouldn't want that up in any type of even tropical storm force winds, but certainly hurricane force winds of this nature. And we've been talking about the trees, the beautiful park here all lit up. It's anyone's guess what this is going to look like after this major hurricane comes through this area. Reporting live in Tallahassee, Bo Zimmer, 10 News.
All right, I think unfortunately we've lost Diane's audio. You can see these pictures. These are awful pictures. Diane, let's see if we can hear her.
Now look, we have been on the lookout for debris as it's been coming down. We had a drain come off of this area here, fly away with the wind. We've seen other parts of metal sheets that have been coming this way. Now, we started the day off actually on the shore of Panama City Beach, on the lower Grand Lagoon area, if you're familiar with the island. The structure we were in, we could have probably ridden out a Category 2. We could have ridden out a Category 2. We could not ride out a Category 4 in that structure.
Once again, we've lost audio with Diane. We're going to get back to her. Jennifer Gray is at the CNN Weather Center for us. Jennifer, you're watching, and I'm going to keep this video up. Hopefully we'll be able to reconnect, but you can see what's going on over there. What's the latest information you're getting from the authorities?
Yeah, this is an incredible, powerful storm, and the leading edge of that eye wall is coming on shore near Panama City and points to the east. Now, the center of the storm is about 16 to 18 miles across. This is not the official landfall. That won't happen for a little while longer, but that inner eye wall is starting to make its way onshore. I'm going to highlight some of these areas so you can get a better idea. This is Panama City. That's where Diane is. Of course, this is the...
There is no sound on this, so it is, well, it says it up there. It's 3:29 here though, because, you know, we're an hour ahead. I mean, behind. But Tallahassee, Florida, it's where my girlfriend lives, and I'm hoping it doesn't get too bad there. That's funny, I can hear the wind outside where I am. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. But anyway, that is the view from Innovation Park in Tallahassee, Florida. This is Storm from VTV. We will be back later with updates. Thank you.
But we start with Hurricane Michael. Here's a live look at where the storm is and where it's headed. Even over land, it remains incredibly powerful.
We have team coverage for you tonight. Storm teammates Kyle Underwood will be tracking this for us here in studio, but we want to begin live on the ground in Panama City Beach, Florida, with Jay Gray, who is watching this storm roll in.
We're finally getting a break from what's been driving rains here. It's still spitting at times, but nothing like we've seen throughout the day for hours. Still significant wind as well. And while this storm is moving inland, Michael is still unleashing its fury here. Florida's panhandle under siege. Hurricane Michael, the most powerful storm on record to hit the region, slamming into the coast.
Hurricane Michael is upon us, and now's the time to seek refuge.
A catastrophic storm bringing a triple threat. A dangerous storm surge, up to 14 feet projected along the coastline. Destructive winds as high as 150 miles an hour, tearing up buildings and knocking out power. And torrential rainfall already causing flooding.
Hurricane Michael is a hurricane of the worst kind.
With the storm tracking inland, Georgia has now declared a state of emergency, and the Carolinas dreading Michael's arrival.
North Carolina is staring down another powerful hurricane. Less than a month after Hurricane Florence battered our state.
A life-threatening storm putting the entire southeast on alert. And a live look at what continue to be huge swells out here just off the shoreline. We have seen this surf building and tearing apart throughout the day here on what is normally a calm gulf. As this storm moves inland, it's still going to be a lot of trouble for the next several days. That's the latest live here in Panama City Beach, Florida. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
We want to get an update on exactly where Michael is headed right now, and storm teammate meteorologist Kyle Underwood is here to track it for us. Kyle.
Brian, the storm made landfall between 2 and 3 o'clock this afternoon, moving onshore between Tyndall Air Force Base and Mexico Beach, Florida, in the western panhandle. Now, you can see over the last several hours, as expected, the eye is not as well defined. Getting over land, the energy from all the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico gets cut off, so the storm is bound to weaken. Some gusts today, Tyndall Air Force Base at 129 miles per hour, Panama City 107, St. Andrews State Park over 100 miles per hour, and then a lot of folks in that 80 to 90 mile per hour range. And I suspect it's very frequent we see these Category 4 extremely strong hurricanes. A lot of weather stations just can't handle the wind gusts, so there may have been stronger wind gusts with this storm, but they just can't be reported, at least not right now. There's going to have to be some forensic meteorology. That's a real thing. We're going to have to go back and look at this storm after the fact. Update at 5 o'clock, now a Category 3 storm of I-10 northwest of Tallahassee, moving north-northeast at 16 miles per hour. Thankfully, overnight tonight, it should weaken pretty quickly, and by tomorrow morning, even before sunrise, down to a tropical storm, no longer a hurricane, but a very serious threat here to the far south with storm surge and very heavy rain continuing to fall. Now, back home, we've got a massive cold front pushing through West Michigan late tonight. Watch what happens with temperatures here. We're still in the 70s now, but by tomorrow morning waking up, we will be only in the 40s. And we've got more rain on the way here this evening, but the back edge of that will arrive here later tonight. Might even see a few thunderstorms push through to mark the start of the cold front here before midnight. We'll talk more about this big cool down for West Michigan when I come back.
All right, Kyle, thank you. The American Red Cross here in our state is standing by to respond just weeks after sending volunteers to the Carolinas for Hurricane Florence.
And joining us live on the phone right now is Tiffany Page, the Executive Director of the American Red Cross for Greater Grand Rapids. Tiffany, thanks for your time tonight. Let's talk about what the resources are being sent from Michigan down there right now.
Thank you so much for allowing this opportunity. We, as the Red Cross, have nationally deployed over 500 individuals in the last 24 hours to the area, the Gulf Coast area. And here locally, we've already deployed several individuals to be staged and assist with staging resources. So as the storm passes, we can move in, get those resources to individuals who've been impacted and begin that casework recovery that's much needed.
All right, Tiffany, you just had to respond to Florence. How is that impacting the resources that you might be able to send down to Florida?
So back-to-back storms is a challenge with, limited volunteer resources. We still have individuals that are supporting 12 active shelters in the Carolinas, even right now.
Sorry, my niece called me. Back to the news.
This is a great need right now. I encourage folks, if you're able and interested, please sign up online to volunteer, get that training, because we are ready to deploy additional individuals as we understand that better understand that impact that the storm is having there in the Gulf Coast.
So, Tiffany, can you give us an idea of what people may have to do once they get there? What are they going to be called upon to do? What are you going to train them for?
The majority of our volunteers are assisting with setting up shelters and assisting with feeding, but then we also have individuals that drive our emergency response vehicles into neighborhoods that have been impacted to canvass to find out if there are folks that are stuck in their homes and if we can provide them resources and get them to shelters based on that impact.
All right, Tiffany Page with the American Red Cross filling us in tonight. The need is going to be great. You heard and see the pictures, and you heard Jay Gray saying this is going to be something that'll last for the next few weeks.
Yeah.
That might be the strongest jab, man. So right now we are looking towards the ocean, only a couple blocks away from it. We've got wind shifting out of the due west right now. We just had our strongest wind gust yet here in the eye wall, as it is lifting just off to our northeast. Very compact eye, but we are feeling the wind come from the back. Westerly winds right down the main strip here of Panama City. We're not as concerned about the storm surge here that comes in the north of the wind and now the westerly. That storm surge is